No one can argue that Disney is what it used to be. Not 35 years ago, not even 15 years ago. I think I pinpointed exactly where it all started to go wrong. But the twist is, nobody knew about it, including me, until I did a little digging. But before I get into it, the mystery review for this video says we might as well be watching a blissed out Bill and Ted caper. All you have to do is guess what movie you think that is in reference to and post it down below. Now let's get on with the video. You see, when you hear the name Disney, your mind instantly goes to a specific kind of magic, a unique identity, a look, a feeling. Yeah? But sometime in the late 2000s, that feeling started to fade. And it all comes down to one big decision. A decision that they never should have made. Let's go back. Early 2000s. Pixar is soaring. DreamWorks is pumping out hit after hit. CGI animation is dominating the box office. And what does Disney do? Instead of being the leader, they decide to follow the leader. And the leader was every other animation studio, from Fox's Blue Sky to Universal's DreamWorks to even Disney's very own Pixar. Disney shut down their traditional 2D animation department and they went all in on the CGI craze. This is where everything started to blur. You ever notice how people confuse movies like Hoodwinked or B-Movie or The Minions with a Disney movie? That used to not happen. My parents never said, hey, let's watch the new Disney movie, Fievel Goes West. No, because even though it was traditional 2D animation, it didn't have the scope and the magic that a Disney movie had. I'm not dissing on Cowboy Fievel. I'm just trying to make a point here. The reason for that is because Disney used to stand out. Now they just blend in with every other studio. In fact, they just buy every studio and then they just look exactly like them. They're all just one and the same. And I get it. CGI was the hot new thing. But when you're Disney, you don't follow the trends. You set them.
And this is the best that the government, the U.S. government can come up with? I mean, you're NASA for crying out loud. You put a man on the moon. You're geniuses. You're the guys that think his shit up.
And here's what's even wilder. The 2 times Disney went back to basics are the 2 times they succeeded the most. Do you remember Princess and the Frog? Gorgeous, stylish, 2D animation. Now, compare that with Wish.
It didn't work. When does the magic happen, huh?
A Disney CGI film that's basically a DreamWorks knockoff while trying to squeeze out some nostalgia that nobody actually felt. And it literally copied the animation style of Puss in Boots, The Last Wish, and Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Mutant Mayhem. Not to mention Mitchell's vs. the Machines and the Spider-Verse movies that came out before Wish. Now, you might argue that Disney was the first to combine 2D and 3D animation into a hybrid in the short film Paperman. And as soon as we all saw that brilliant, breathtaking short, we all rooted for animation to go that direction. Disney had their chance to lead the helm, but they decided instead to fall behind. They left it at that. They left that hybrid at that short, and that's all they did with it. Until other companies adopted that into their full-length features, and Disney said, oh, maybe we should do that too. Disney put themselves into a position where they thought they had to play catch-up, but what they really had to do was chart a new path into the past. Now, I don't know anyone that saw Wish. Do you? I listened to some of the soundtrack.
I can't help it if mirrors love my face.
You don't want to be like this. This is disgusting. This is awful in every way.
And it is a miracle that I didn't peter my ears off. Like, I didn't bother seeing it. And it's my job to see it as a critic. Wish flopped. And why wouldn't it? If I wanted to see a sarcastic sidekick goat and a sarcastic princess, I'd watch Shrek again. Disney used to be different. And Wish just felt like a checklist of all the trending things in animation from other studios. And here's the heartbreaking thing. 2D animation was in its prime when Disney pulled the plug. They retired it because everyone else was doing CGI. Hence, that's when they became the followers. That's when they fell behind. They just became generic. Instead of chasing Pixar's style, what if Disney had pushed 2D animation even further? What if they experimented with stylized line work, or mixed media, hand-drawn realism, or anime-influenced designs? Imagine a 2D animated Frozen remake. Nobody has ever said it, but I'm gonna say it. I think Frozen would have looked 100 times better in 2D animation. I don't think it's a very pretty movie. That's my hot take. Freeze it all you want. Or what about hand-drawn Encanto with textured backgrounds and brushstroke magic? I couldn't get through Encanto because I had seen all the visuals before. I mean, hello, Coco? The point is, Disney could have led a brand new golden age. Instead, they chose to shelf the very thing that made them iconic. Now here we are. The Disney brand is confused, both financially and creatively. Audiences are burned out. The box office is lukewarm. And nostalgia, believe it or not, is no longer enough. But the solution? It's been sitting in their vault this entire time. Hand-drawn animation has soul. It feels crafted, not just visualized. It's emotional, and above all, it is eye candy. That's the magic Disney built its name on. So no, they should have never followed the CGI crowd. Because when Disney looks like DreamWorks, it's no longer Disney. Let me know in the comments what you think about this. Do you miss hand-drawn animation like I do? Do you think The Princess and the Frog is a sign of what could have come? Or do you think Disney still has time to fix this? Well, before I sign off, let me give you the answer to that mystery review I left at the beginning of the video. The review was, we might as well be watching a blissed out Bill and Ted caper. This was a review by Jonathan Rosenbaum from Chicago Reader about the movie Point Break. If you got it right, let me know down below. If you didn't, tell me that was your next guess. And remember to keep wishing that one day Disney will remember who they really are. I'll talk to you next time, Roasters. See you then.